Okay, so I'll be honest by saying that I'm not comfortable admitting to you that I cry, but crying is something that I do to cope with my depression. And it's actually been proven that crying does reduce stress when you're in a stressful situation. And for me, I just had an episode where I just kind of bawled my eyes out. I was like, I hate my life, and I hate myself, and I feel like such a loser. And it's because all this energy, all this emotional energy was built up over the course of my lifetime, over the course of the past year and the past few weeks, where I felt like I had to just go out in public and put a big smile on my face and tell everybody and pretend like I'm okay when really I'm not. So then what happens is, late at night, I'd be thinking about all my problems, I'd be thinking about all my insecurities and things that make me feel really bad on the inside, and it ends up leading to the point where I start crying. So again, I'll say that I'm not comfortable admitting that to you because, well, for one, I'm a guy, and guys aren't supposed to cry. That's just a thing that's reserved for girls. That's the typical stereotype. But I have to say that that is definitely not true. It is absolutely okay for you to cry. I believe in crying because crying is what you do to let all of that energy out. If you let it build up inside of you, and then when you release that, it can be released in so many different ways. But the crying is just, for me, it's what I do instead of yelling in anger, instead of breaking things, being abusive, smashing my fist into a wall. To me, crying just seems like a better way. Now, the reason that I am being so open here and sharing with you this little thing about myself is because I want you to be aware of who I really am, and that I do cry, and that I am kind of depressed in my life, but yet here I sit trying to give you good advice in my YouTube videos by trying to tell you what you should do in your life, and I'm trying to ask you to give me some sort of credibility. I would like it if I could come across as this guy who's always happy and always successful, but that's far from the truth. The truth is that I'm failing over and over again in my life. The truth is that I'm very insecure, and I resent a lot of things. I hate myself in certain ways, and you need to know that about me if you're going to be subscribed to me, if you're going to listen to me. That's who I am. I think that crying allows you to vent your emotions. It allows you to really be honest, because maybe you are holding stuff back, maybe you're trying to pretend like the problems that exist in your life aren't real. But I think that when you cry, you are able to say, okay, this is what reality is. This is just how it is. Now, I don't advise you to stay in that state. What I do when I cry is it starts off very, very unstable. But what ends up happening is I talk myself through these things. I say out loud what I am upset about, and then I start thinking why it is that I am feeling this way. And when I finally get to the bottom of it, it's kind of like me doing my own detective work about myself. When I finally get to the bottom of why I'm upset, I can figure out what to do, and that allows me to exit the emotional state that I was in, and I stop crying, and I'm able to become happy again, or become not depressed anymore at that moment. So if you're afraid to cry, just don't be afraid, because if you cry, it shows that you are in tune with your emotions, and when you let your feelings and emotions drive your actions, it allows you to live a better spiritual, whatever that means, a soulful life. I think that because I'm able to cry, I'm also able to laugh, and I laugh more often than most people, but I also cry more often than most people. And that might come across as being bipolar, which it probably is, but I guess I'm okay with that. So I would have to say that crying when you're depressed or really stressed out is actually a helpful mechanism. I wouldn't let yourself get in the habit of doing it too much, but it's definitely something that you should not be afraid to do. So those are my thoughts on crying. I hope that you like this video. My name is Kenneth Stahl. If you would please share this video with your friends, that would be great for me to get the word out on my channel, and that would be very helpful for you to do. Please leave a comment. Talk to me about your experiences crying, what you think the benefits of crying are, or maybe you're not for crying. Let me know why, and maybe somebody can talk to you about that. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.